Turquoise Essex. Big time. This is a celebration. And what a remarkable couple of days this has been. We're seeing some truly historic shifts in voting patterns in parts of this country. Things, frankly, I could never have dreamt that we'd see. Now, this is primarily, of course, a party. We're here to have fun. And we're obviously celebrating the Kemi bounce. Oh, you know about the Kemi bounce. The Sunday Times tell you about it every week, Badenoch. It must be true. She's doing wonderfully well. I'll get to the Kemi bounce in a moment. Well, I want to begin by just talking a little bit about our campaign. In my political life, which now, for some reason, goes back 35 years of fighting and contesting elections, I can say without doubt that I was directly responsible for David Cameron resigning as Prime Minister. I can say with 100% certainty that the Brexit Party got rid of Theresa May. And we fought this election campaign on a big national slogan. You might remember it. It said, vote, reform and... get someone else. And I tell you what, he'll be gone by the middle of the summer, the most unpatriotic, worst, least prepared Prime Minister we've ever seen in this country, and we will have seen the back of him. We should be proud of that as well. The results in the Red Wall are truly astonishing. If I look at the West Midlands, we've comfortably taken Sandwell Council from Labour. We've comfortably taken Walsall from Labour. If I go up to the North East, Sunderland. I mean, Labour used to weigh the votes. We've absolutely walked it. We're majority control in Sunderland. We're majority control in Gateshead. We're majority control in South Tyneside. And in areas like Hartlepool, where only 12 seats were up, guess how many we won? 12. So the North East's extraordinary. We go across to the North West. In Wigan, Lisa Nandy's constituency, how about that? Of the 25 seats contested, Reform won 24. Wow. Angela Rayner, I bet she's popular here. One of the few people in politics who'd be even better for the bar profits than me. How about that? Oh, it's not being recorded, is it? Oh dear, never mind. It's a bit late to worry, really, isn't it? In the 8 seats that were contested in Rayner's constituency, Reform won 7 of them, averaging over 40% of the vote. And in St Helens, where I've come directly here from, St Helens in Merseyside. And by the way, these are red wall areas. They're red wall areas that even Boris Johnson, in the 2019 referendum, could never get close to. We have absolutely stormed it in St Helens, with the Labour Party being reduced down to just 2 seats. These are historic results. And in ward after ward, we see Labour down 35%, Reform up 37%. We are directly taking votes from patriotic old Labour in areas that, frankly, they've been pretty much able to take for granted since the end of World War I. And the same goes for the Rhondda and Merthyr and many areas like that. And increasingly, the results aren't in parts of Scotland too. But all of that is as nothing compared to Yorkshire. And what is happening in Yorkshire is remarkable. In Wakefield, of the 63 seats, Wakefield, Labour, rock solid Labour. In Wakefield of 63 seats, we've just won 58. in Barnsley. But I love their accent. The Barnsley accent's amazing. Barnsley, rock solid Labour forever. We've walked it with a massive majority. We're on the verge of winning Calderdale. We're on the verge of winning Kirklees. And with half the votes counted and the other half tomorrow, we're in with a shout. Well, I can't believe this. We're in with a shout of winning overall control in Bradford. It is truly extraordinary. By the way, you've probably never ever seen me ever read off notes in my entire career. But you know what? After 2 days, after 9 weeks on the road, 2 days of doing this and almost no sleep, I thought I might forget. So it made sense. And what's happening in the Tory heartlands? Well, London's a bit different. In London, the Tories held up in some areas. In London, Labour held up in some areas. But London has become a bit of a foreign country in many, many ways, apart, of course, from Havering. And well done to Andrew Rossendale, Keith Prince, all the team in Havering for securing our first London borough. Although, of course, if you ask them, they say we're not a London borough. We ought to be in Essex. So I was pretty confident this morning when I did the press conference just before 9 o'clock. I was pretty confident of being able to cite Frank Sinatra by saying the best is yet to come. Suffolk, we've won just the most overwhelming majority. Quite extraordinary. Norfolk, with the biggest party. But I want to talk a little bit about Essex. I obviously saw the tendering results coming in last night, having been there and visited a few of the polling stations yesterday. And the fact we got a clean sweep there is amazing. It's amazing, really, given that I haven't visited Clacton once since I was elected. They take the piss out of me to get it back. So I was feeling good about it. But of course, Essex, we've put a superhuman. You've put a superhuman amount of effort into this over the course of the last couple of months. And indeed, I've spent a huge amount of time travelling around towns in the county, realising the sheer significance of a county that has half the shadow cabinet in it as members of Parliament, all of whom assumed they were very, very safe, particularly given the Kemi bounce. Oh yes, the Kemi bounce, which is why Reform getting 38.5% of the vote, to the Conservatives 24.5% of the vote, and us getting 53 of the 77 seats is unbelievable. In fact, we haven't just crushed the red wall. Today in Essex, we've crushed the blue wall as well. And it is an amazing achievement. If you look at the numbers, then Kemi Badenoch, who this morning gave a speech about the renewal of the Conservative Party. Kemi Badenoch, on these numbers, would lose her seat at the next general election. And so would Alex Burghardt, James Cleverly, the Chief Whip, Rebecca Harris, Richard Holden, Priti Patel, and my favourite, how can you be called Cleverly from Braintree? And to begin negotiating, giving away the Chagos Islands, which is exactly what he did. And you know, on issue after issue, where we think the Labour government are getting it wrong, we see the roots of all of it lie in those 14 years, and in particular, in the last 5 years of that Conservative government. And for all the efforts of mainstream media to boost Kemi, nobody is going to forgive them for the Boris wave, for the net zero recession, for the decline of law and order, for so many of the... for running down our defences to the extent we've barely got a Royal Navy that's operational. They're not going to be forgiven. So tonight, we celebrate. This result, this Essex result, just means so very much to me. But also, folks, bear in mind, whether you're in Thurrock, I mean, 45 out of 49 seats in Thurrock. I mean, there were some really extraordinary results right across the county. But I want to finish by saying this. It's a party, it's a celebration, there'll be music, there'll be drinking, there'll be fun to be had, I hope. I'm a great believer in it. Unlike Zach Palensky. You see, I mean, heroin's just not my thing. Or imagine a night out on the lash with Keir Starmer. I mean, it all beggars belief. But I want you to remember this, all of you that were elected today, getting elected to public office does carry a burden of responsibility. And that burden of responsibility is because people have placed their faith and their trust in you. And they've done it at a time when I don't think faith, belief and trust in our leaders and our politicians has ever been at a lower level in our country. So the responsibility is on our shoulders. And there was a comment that was made at our conference last year by 83-year-old Preston Manning. Preston Manning founded the Reform Party in Canada. He was my inspiration for calling this Reform. You know, they became the biggest party in Canada. They finished up in government for 10 years and did a really, really great job. And when Preston was asked, how did you go from being non-existent up against an established Conservative party and Labour opposition, how did you go from being nothing to taking control of the country and running it for 10 years? And the answer he gave is an answer I want you all to think about at times of difference, at times of disagreement, at times of stress. You know, place 45 people in Thurrock together in one room, not everyone's going to agree. They're not. It's literally impossible. We're human beings. We argue with our friends, our family, we all disagree. But what Manning said is something I want you all to bear in mind. He said, we got to the top and we won and we succeeded because we had our disagreements in private and not in public. All right? So, please heed my advice on that. There are times when it's better to bite your tongue, go and sit behind a desk, close the door, argue it out. Argue it out as fiercely as you want to. But after 4.5 years of psychodrama with the last Conservative government, and with Labour about to start ripping themselves apart, that's the last thing the voting public want to see. All right, so please bear that in mind. Well, that may be a serious note to finish on, but as I said before, we are the fun party. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine the others coming to a racetrack for a celebration, can you? They must think gambling's awful. I love it, personally, but there we are. So, sorry. So, look, my enormous thanks to all of you. You've all done incredibly well. It's been a great campaign. I think the results have exceeded, frankly, the best expectations that I had for Essex, for Suffolk, for many other areas. I hear we're winning seats as I speak in West Sussex and other areas too. So please, I want to raise a toast to reform. And to say to all of you, thank you and enjoy your evening.